these 5 things. There are 5 things that I find just essential for me to be able to keep my body running, to keep my business running. And so, if anybody knows me and they've seen my car, there's this joke. I'm an army brat, and so there's a joke that 5 people can survive on the contents that are in Virginia's trunk, because I'm a prepare for anything person. My mom used to, growing up, she used to say, "You need to make sure that you're combat ready." And so I will say, at this point in time in my life, I'm not necessarily trying to be ready for combat, but what I am trying to make sure that I'm ready for is ready to make sure that I'm taking good care of my body and also making sure that I'm showing up for my clients in the way that they need to show up. So one of the things I make sure that it goes out the door with me every single time is I take a bottle of spring water. And so when I say spring water, I do spend a little bit of extra money on on the water that I take to work in the morning. Um, that has some natural electrolytes just like already built into it. I just find that it gives me a lot of energy. It gives me a lot of clarity than I would if I was just drinking water from the tap. And I do drink water from the tap, but when I know I'm going into the office, I make sure first thing in the morning that's what I'm drinking. So if you don't know, just try it. Try it one day, and see how your body responds. My go-to is always to kind of like talk to people about like, hey, try it in the evening and then try it again in the morning and see if you see a difference in your body. And my energy level, my clarity, it's just there's no comparison. So I'm taking some spring water with some natural electrolytes in it already in the office. Another thing that I make sure that I take when I go to the office is I make sure that I have a packet of electrolytes. I do drink about 2.5 to 3 liters of water a day. That's just what my body needs. Everybody's body is different, but that's what my body needs to be able to feel really well hydrated and to feel focused. And so I take a little thing of electrolytes because part of my autoimmune disorder, it does affect my body's ability to absorb nutrients. And so I do take a little pack, which helps me kind of give me that little boost that I need without caffeine. Caffeine just tends not to do the best in my nervous system, and so I do it in moderation. And so I will make sure I have an extra packet of electrolytes, especially on longer days at work. The other thing that I make sure that I have is I'm a snack queen. And I think I shared in another video that with the autoimmune disorder that I have and what I've talked to so many people, eating large meals is not where it's at. The body's just not able to keep up with it. It's not able to digest everything properly. So I'm a snack queen. So I make sure that I have some snacks. One of my favorites is I love, 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 love these mango jerkies. I love those things. So I'll have like maybe some of those. It's kind of fun and sweet. It's got a lot of good fiber in it. And then I also usually will have some sort of nut on hand. I know cashews are not technically, I don't think they're technically supposed to be a nut, but I do love cashews. So some sort of nut and some sort of like dried fruit is usually my go-to. I'm usually doing like a mango chew or some dried dates or something like that. Just has a little bit of kind of some natural sugar, enough to kind of like give me a little bit of a lift, but it's not going to be too harsh on my digestive system while I'm in session. I love apples, love fresh fruit. I know fresh fruit's great for you, and I love it, but when I'm in session, sometimes my body just cannot digest it very well when I'm in session. So that's my go-to, just for some quick energy and also to make sure that I'm keeping some good fiber kind of like going on in my system. Another thing that I don't leave home without is a digestive enzyme. Again, with autoimmune disorder that I have, one of the issues is being able to absorb nutrients from the food that I'm ingesting. And so that digestive enzyme, it sounds weird, but it actually gives me energy. And I just think my body's just like, oh, okay, good, good, good. We can break everything down in a way that we can absorb it. And so all of my supplements that I've taken earlier in the day get really well absorbed. And I'm not just flushing all that stuff out and wasting money. And then all the food that I'm eating during the day gets really well absorbed. And I'm usually eating light when I'm at work. because I want to make sure that I'm staying focused. I don't want to be sluggish, and I want to make sure that I'm present for my clients. The other thing that I take that might seem really odd is a change in apparel. And so when I say a change in apparel, one of the things I like to take is I like to take some leggings and I like to take tennis shoes. And if you've ever seen me at work, one of the things that I wear to work is I like being in business casual. That's a way that I like to show up professionally. And so my shoes tend to be, more traditional kind of workplace shoes. And so a lot of times in between sessions, I like to take a walk. And it is so nice to be able to have a good pair of just some tennis shoes, just to go out for a walk. I don't like my work shoes to get stretched out or to get damaged. I like them to stay nice and cute and pretty. So I'm like, oh, look, I can be kind of cute and pretty. But then I can also have some time where I'm like putting my feet to pavement and I'm just moving and just getting out, getting some fresh air, moving my body. It really helps me in terms of my clarity, in terms of my focus. It's funny, I didn't realize how powerful outside was until my kids would come home from school and they would just kind of be like, oh, just sluggish, like, oh, long day, oh my goodness. And so one of the things we started implementing at home was after just a long day at school, I would make them a chai latte and just say, hey, yeah, y'all just go outside and play, just go play. And so they would go outside and play. I'd make a little chai latte, put that on the back porch for them, and sometimes a little snack. And so after about 30 minutes to an hour of going to go play outside, they would come back in. They were different kids, absolutely 100% different kids. I'm like, what is this? Because I've always heard of the importance of, being outdoors and exercise. I've heard of the importance of that. But to see it like that night and day experience with my kids, that did something for me. So in between sessions, so if you ever see me sitting in my car in between sessions, like, Virginia, what are you doing? I'm just trying to warm up. I'm trying to get some sunshine. Or if you see me walking in between sessions, I'm walking, as my youngest would say, like, I'm trying to get my energy back. Going outside, getting that fresh air, it gives me energy, just like I watch that happen with my own kids. So I will take a walk in between sessions, especially if I have time. I will go sit in my car. I will just, not even if it's a warm day, I'll just kind of like sit there and just like sit in the warm car, just grounding, just getting myself back into my nervous system. And that's something that's always really helpful for me. So I think I named five: water, electrolytes, snacks, digestive enzyme, and like change of apparel. Okay. Yeah, that's five. So that's my list. And I hope this was helpful for you in terms of finding out what are those things that my body needs. Again, because everybody's body's going to be different. What does my body need to be able to be focused, to be able to be clear? Just for heads up for you, be careful of caffeine, be careful of artificial sugars, artificial food dyes, be careful of things that are going to be a quick fix, but that are also damaging to your nervous system. So, but with that, my name is Virginia. I'm a licensed mental health therapist and hope to see you next time. Bye.